Greetings from the far side of the galaxy, I'm Fuuri, your host the most who's still out of ideas, so now I'm outsourcing my job to you. The basic idea for this video is that you submit your Housamo ships and I tell you how bad your tastes are. Let's get started. Our first comment today will be this one. I'll go with the safest in my opinion, Seth and Tadatomo. I think they're both just so cute. To that I say, I don't really see it, to be honest. They're both shy sad boys and they have more interesting people to pair them with. Seth has Gang Lee and Tadatomo has, I don't know, his right hand? Overall, your ship gets a C. Moving on. The next comment is Ryota and Moritaka, friends to lovers dynamic, because it seems quite possible to me. Honestly, if I was going to put Moritaka with anyone in the Summoners, it'd be Toji because those two hang out way more often. It also gets to something weird about the Summoners that I want to point out. Shiro and Kengo are childhood friends. Moritaka and Toji do kendo together. And yet, Ryota has no one. I think he's supposed to be like the protagonist's best friend, but we never really see them hang out. Let's give this ship another C. Without a moment to waste, we have our next comment. Bulk and Horikyu, and I know I'm not normal. Honestly, I don't think that ship's too abnormal. It's literally the good boy with the bad boy. It's like Sonic and Shadow or Naruto and Sasuke. Now, if you want a really weird ship, take Volk and Horikyu but throw Ellie in the middle so we have this weird wolf-vampire thruple sandwich. Just Volk and Horikyu gets like an A, but add Ellie to the mix and that's like an instant S. Switching over to the next ship at Daikanyama, Gabriel and Hati, because my poor wolf boy has been good now and deserves his moon. Sadly, the law does not care how good your little wolf boy has been because he still needs to stay at least 300 feet from her. That being said, and while I don't know how you maintain a relationship from at least 300 feet, call that a long distance relationship, it is indeed very cute. You get an A. And speaking of ships that will end with someone in jail, I'm shipping Shenong with Tezcatlipoca cause they're both the hottest babes. This is really an exercise to see how many times Shenong can bail Tezcatlipoca out of jail before they break up. Normally, I'd give this a C, but the fact that it is a boss and their employee makes me want to bump it up and give it a B instead. Our next comment is a little longer than the ones before it. Asterius and Jambavan, I don't know why, but just two innocent boys together sounds cute. Volk Veslav and Shino, I see this is a unique and interesting dark version of Moritaka and Kamui. If I was going to ship Jambavan with anyone, it would probably be someone like Hawkman or something because Lord knows that dude needs to get pegged yesterday. And onto your second ship, does anyone really ship Moritaka and Kamui? I've never seen that ship before. Regardless, I'm giving both of these ships a C. Like a bolt from the blue, here comes the next comment. I'm not sure how valid this ship might be, but Break and Nomad together popped into my mind first here, mainly due to the Nightglows event. Honestly, this ship is probably pretty valid, but until Nightglows gets translated, I'm not sure how much chemistry they have. For now, I'll give it a C, but the grade will probably go up when Life Wonders translates the event in 50 bajillion years. The next comment to be pulled out of the bag is this. Boogeyman and Itzanna, I like their interaction in the Valentine Fantasy event. And you know what? A+, 10 out of 10 ship. We support DILFs and we support GILFs, we put them together and we support it 100%. S tier, easy. And you know what's really weird? Despite their chemistry in the event, neither of them are officially listed as liking each other. The next comment will be, Sathugwa and Arachne work surprisingly well together. Also, Ifrit and Shulatil 4, and they were both bottoms. I'm gonna give Sathugwa and Arachne an S rank, which makes sense for the most canon a relationship will ever be in Housamo. For Ifrit and Shulatil, I'll give it a B, because honestly, Ifrit seems more like a top to me. Do you hear that? It's the sound of the next ship. I always kept thinking of Horikyu, Kamui, and Snow being as a relationship. Imagine this, two male wives living together. They would have the cleanest house. A tier. The next comment we'll cover will be this one. Tadatomo and Yasuyori would be an adorable couple one day. I agree, he's large and submissive, he's tiny and dominant, I need to see it happen yesterday. S tier. Real quick, let me tell you to like and subscribe, Ko-fi and Patreon, yada yada yada, but more importantly, I'm streaming. Starting 4 p.m. EST, I'm going to be streaming the entire Storm series on this channel. Be there. Now, back to the video. I shipped Tadatomo and Markoskius because of their AR equipment and their relationship being a positive buff. Does this mean Tadatomo has a preference to fatherly-like figures? This is what Freud said about fucking moms but for gay people. I'll give it an A. The comment after that is, the ship Q-Sith and Lieb is so underrated. I feel like this was sort of implied during the dungeon quest where we get to see Lieb wearing Q-Sith's scarf. It's very sad, it's also very nice, I'll give this ship an A. Like a rabbit from a hat, here comes the next comment. Arsalan and that fallen angel that I can't remember the name. Fallen angel, that can only be one person. Azazel, I'm just kidding, it's Zabania. Honestly, I'd probably like this ship more if it wasn't constantly pushed by Life Wonders. Like, every time Arslan is on screen, so is Zabania. Just give them some time to breathe on their own. That being said, we'll give it a B. The next comment's coming in quick. It's gonna have to be Ayer and Dagon for me. They'd probably take good care of each other. I get that they're both deep-sea daddies, but did you know that this was the most commented ship under both posts? Never would have expected this pairing to be that popular, and you know what? I'm only going to give it a B. Would you looky here, we got another comment. While there are better ships, Benton and Kuniyoshi cause chaotic couples are fun to watch. You're actually wrong, my dear commenter, because there are no better ships than the kind that have them both killing each other with a rusty spork. S tier. Though, if you really want to be spicy, we can add Lick to make this the thruple from hell. Zip zap zoop, our next comment is... Are you able to tell I'm running out of ways to introduce these? Cthulhu and Arlandotep, they canonically never meet, at least after they get to Tokyo, which mean it must be a good ship. Canonically, I think they hate each other, and just like with Licht and Benton, instant S. Love to see it. Now, if you really want to make it spicy, we can add Sathogua. As much as I'd love to keep this going, I do have to get my things in order so I can get ready for tomorrow's stream. I ship Snow with Guillemau. They had good chemistry in the Valentine Warp event, also they both have Tig Ol' Biddies. Dare I say it? Based. And also S tier. Now, if you really want to get spicy, we can add Barghest. You know what, never mind, this is the third time, the joke's not funny anymore. Before we go, we still have to do our Patreon shoutouts. For our 3 stars, we have special thanks to 87 Werehog, Deku, Zora Chow, Choron, Garion Lafay, Dragon King Yara, and Kayun. For our 4 stars, we have Mickey Moon and Unknown RC, The Pursuers. For our special 5-star shoutouts, we have... First, Vanilla Flower, The Caged Bird. Then, Poor Mage, The Last Chance. Next, Sky King 64, The Wish. Finally, Mahagasaur, the tool named Shinobi. Thank you for watching. Do be sure to like and subscribe and donate to my Ko-fi and Patreon. As always, this is your host Fuuri signing out.